Hi, so there's been another Legion beta build go up and the Retribution Paladin has received a small number of changes, a couple of which are potentially significant. So I'm going to go over those changes. I've also got some dungeon gameplay in Eye of Ashara for you again, with logs as per usual, which you can see in the comments below. So the ability that has changed the most is the talent that was Sanctified Wrath. They have changed the name to Crusade. Oddly enough, in the text it still refers to Sanctified Wrath, but that'll be something that'll be tidied up. Not quite sure why they've changed the name of it. They haven't changed what it does other than the fact it's been nerfed. Now, what Sanctified Wrath used to do, it replaced Avenging Wrath. Avenging Wrath baseline ability gives you 35% extra damage and healing for 20 seconds, 2-minute cooldown. The duration can be increased by Wrath of the Ashbringer, which is a trait on your Ashbringer. What it did was give you, the Sanctified Wrath that is, what it did is give you 5% extra damage and haste, but an additional 5% for every holy power point you spent during the duration, and up to a maximum of 15 stacks. Now, what that meant was that if you got up to your 15 stacks, especially if you managed to do it really quickly, I mean you can only do it so quickly, then you could potentially be having 80% damage and haste, which sounds awesome, but remember it takes a certain amount of time to get there. The absolute best you can hope for is to have 5 holy powers saved up, spend it really quickly, use your Wake of Ashes with Ashes to Ashes trait, get yourself 5 holy power instantly there, spend that really quickly, then try and get another 5 spent quickly as well. What they've done is they've nerfed it down to 2%. Now, to my mind, that's a bit too much. We'll just have to see. The only people who can say how much weaker it is realistically are theory crafters once they've coded this in and run some sims. Let's be honest. We can look at it and say, oh, it doesn't feel as much damage, something like that, but that's not very accurate. However, what I would say is they've nerfed it so much that going from the best ability on a raid boss fight, it has gone to the worst. Now, some people are sort of describing it as worse than baseline Avenging Wrath. It sort of is and sort of isn't. By only increasing by 2% per stack, it means you get a maximum of 32% damage. Now, baseline Avenging Wrath gives you 35%, so it's less of a damage bonus, even once you've stacked it up, and remember it takes time to stack up. However, you are also getting the same amount of haste. That means, of course, you can generate holy power more quickly. It means you can spend it more quickly. It means your judgment's coming off cooldown more quickly. You can have judgment uptime as a percentage at a greater rate during this time. But, so the question is not, is it better than baseline Avenging Wrath? It is, if you use it correctly. If you don't use it correctly, it actually could be worse. But that's down to the player, I feel. The question you have to ask yourself is it better than baseline Avenging Wrath plus one of the other 2 talents that competes with it? And the answer there, I am very strongly certain, is no. If you can engineer massive loss of health every 3 minutes, Equality will be stronger than this. And Divine Purpose, I'm pretty sure, will be stronger as well. Divine Purpose is the one I'm using in my flexible set for when soloing and in a dungeon. I've got a dungeon later on showing you with that being used as well. Now, talking about Equality, this has also received a sort of nerf. The PvE version doesn't really do anything different. It's still 100%. Sorry, it's still a. In terms of Equality, this has also been nerfed, but only in PvP. In terms of PvE, it still does 150% of your missing health to up to 4 targets. But in PvP, it used to do 50% of missing health against enemy players. Obviously, it can't be doing 150. You would just one-shot everyone. But even at 50%, it was considered very powerful. I think even Retribution Paladins were saying that. But it's not my field. I'm a PvE player. It has now been nerfed to 35% of missing health against enemy players. So we'll have to see from the PvP players how that plays out now. Finally, Greater Blessing of Wisdom has not been nerfed, but the tooltip sort of implies it's going to be. What Greater Blessing of Wisdom sort of currently does and has done for a few weeks now is it restores 1% of maximum health and mana for every 3 seconds. Now, you place that on healers, and what it means is it'll take, if it's giving you 1% mana, say, forget about the health for now, 1% mana every 3 seconds, then in 300 seconds, which is 5 minutes, you're getting the regeneration equivalent of a full healer's mana bar. Now, let's say you put Greater Blessing of Wisdom on 3 people, so you don't use Greater Blessing of Might at all, just Wisdom. Then that means every 100 seconds, which is just over a minute and a half, you're getting the equivalent of a full healer's mana bar. Now, on a progress fight where DPS is tight, this potentially gives you the option of dropping a healer for an extra DPS. Now, although the Retribution Paladin's damage will be hit, depending on who you'd put it on, I would say around about 12% or more. Or, maybe not loads more, but between 9 and 12%. And you think to yourself, well, okay, your damage is being hit there. But you're getting a whole extra DPS in. So for the raid's point of view, you are effectively more than doubling the effectiveness of that Retribution Paladin by using these. Now, if they nerf it to 15 seconds, which is what it was for many months, and at that point it was useless. Now, I'll explain why it's useless. I'm not just saying it reactionary because, oh my god, it's been reduced to a 20% of its effectiveness. If you do the maths on this, if it's going to take 15 seconds to get 1%, that means it's going to take 1500 seconds to get 100%. Or even if you put it on 3 different paladins, it's going to take 500 seconds. Now, 500 seconds is like over 8 minutes. That is about a full fight length. And in actual fact, for a lot of raids, raid bosses, when you kill them, a lot of them don't even last that long. So even across the full duration of a fight, you're not getting the equivalent of even 1 mana bar back. So that means that you wouldn't be able to drop a healer, which means it's then useless. If you can't drop a healer, what are you doing? You may be topping up a few healers that you do have, but beyond that, not as helpful. So why have they done it? Well, one of the reasons is that it can stack. So if we go back to it doing its healing over 3 seconds, which it still does, even though the tooltip no longer reflects that. So what you can do is you can get at the top end, of course, in the sort of guilds that I'm in, you tend not to have multiple Retribution Paladins. You might have 2 very rarely. We might have 2, bloody hell. But generally speaking, you'll have 1 or none. But lower down the curve, it's not uncommon to have 3, maybe even 4 Retribution Paladins. So let's say you've got 3. Each of those 3 could put Greater Blessing of Wisdom on one of 3 healers. That means each of those 3 healers gets 3% mana back every 3 seconds. That's the equivalent of 1% a second. That means every 100 seconds, each of those 3 healers is getting their full mana bar back. So they can use very inefficient heals and get through mechanics that people are not playing very well at all. That would be very powerful. But to my mind, the solution to that is not to nerf it, because in a guild where you've only got 1 paladin, you're nerfing it unnecessarily because it's not too powerful. What they should have done was prevent it stacking on the same player. So maybe not only, maybe each player can only have 1 type of Greater Blessing on them. That would have been a better solution to my mind. But that's just my point of view. But if they do reduce it to 1% every 15 seconds, it just goes back to being useless, and all we will ever use is Greater Blessing of Might, which is not as useful in terms of utility for the raid. Okay, so those are the changes I have noticed. I'm not counting any sort of tuning issues, which I may not know anyway. So what I've got for you now is a dungeon. It's the Eye of Ashara, which I also did last week. This time it's also a Demon Hunter tank, just like last week, only I'm not getting my arse kicked all through the dungeon this time, which is good. Whether that means there's some more tuning of damage been taking place, I don't know. It could be anything. It could be the quality of the players is different. I don't know that. Difficult to tell. And because I'm still leveling, I wouldn't take too much into this because I'm now at a higher level. It may just be that I'm at a higher level. I haven't actually checked the logs, although I am going to post the logs at the point at which I'm doing this. But it may just be that my artifact is much stronger than theirs now. And that's why my damage has been much more competitive. Who knows? Who knows? But anyway, see what you think of it and just check the comments below for the logs. Right, Boomkin, Mage, me. Why? It's really weird how these Greater Blessing systems work. Absolutely ridiculous. Right then. Let's have a look. Who's tanking for us? Demon Hunter. I wonder if they've nerfed their damage a little bit. Ridiculously overpowered they've been recently. Whoops, I think that might have been me. Wayward Wake of Ashes.
Guardians of the ritual, prepare yourselves. She will not be disappointed.
Well, oh, got an artifact weapon straight off the bat. Maybe this will be a much luckier build for me. Start, Justicar's Vengeance, thank you very much. Now, in terms of the changes that we have had this build, none of them will really be evident in this one, because it's Greater Blessing of Wisdom that's changed, which I'm not using, or the tooltip has changed. By all accounts, the actual ability has not. But and the other one is Sanctified Wrath has changed its name to Crusade and has changed completely. So I'll probably talk about that a bit later. But I'm not got either of those. I'm not using either of those abilities, so it won't really matter here. Oh, hello. We've got tortoises. Switch to Divine Storm. Doesn't really matter whether I've got Judgment up or not. By all means, put it up on my primary target. What sort of mage is that? Fire mage. I don't know what they're like for this sort of thing. I haven't... There's quite a lot of specs I haven't played since it changed to beta. Hello. Should we interrupt that? Don't root me. Has our glorious tank died? Oh, goodness me. Alright, bubbling. Hell. Let's see if we can kill something. At least. Storm. Justicar's Vengeance. Nice little heal. Is he back yet? Can he, maybe he can't release. Blessing of freedom to your root. Try not to pull that other pack. Alright, lightning, that's how I like the sound of that. Oh. Right, okay. Oh, we've got a tortoise still. I've managed to release now. Ah, well there you go. Wonder what killed the tank. I'm not sure what he's doing. What's he doing up there? Alright, we're avoiding trash, are we? Okay. What's that? Oh yeah, I've got the quest for this now. I finished a sooner, didn't I? I had forgotten about that. I'm going to use Shield of Vengeance because... they rooted me again. Actually, I'm quite comfortable here. I don't need to use Blessing of Freedom. Oh. Oh, just 2 targets now. Just go back to Templar's Verdict. Who stunned me? Don't like being stunned, stop it. Can I stun it? No, I can't. I think that was my Ashbringer trying to break me out of that stun then. I think that's the graphic that was going on there. What's this I've got on? Spring Blossoms. Oh yeah, yeah. That's the Druid ability, isn't it? Is it? I think it is. So yeah, when using Divine Storm on like 3 or more targets, I'm not really going to worry whether Judgment's up or not. I'm going to wait for it, because only the primary target getting it anyway. And now I've just wasted Judgment on something that's just died. Doesn't really matter. Right, everyone's still got their blessings. Of course they should, there's no reason why they shouldn't. But funny things do happen. Oh, the tanks... Oh, no, we're not having this. Right, so just build up some holy power. Judge at the same time as Crusader Strike. And get a couple of spenders off in the window. And then just build up again. Judgment window. Justicar's Vengeance for Divine Purpose procs. Oh, I should have used Blade of Justice then. Never mind, never mind. Boomkin's beating me now. Oh, don't... Oh, shit. Over here. Go on. Well, that's not done me any good. The hell? Is he dying? How the hell is he dying? They're not weak. Oh, it's been battle res. Good lad. Oh, is it on me again? Bloody hell. I'm not catching a break here. That mage is going to catch me again at this rate. Ah, it's on someone else this time. Good. Oh, I'm just going to use that because it's dead anyway. Ah. Oh well. I wonder how much damage I'm getting from the Greater Blessing. Only 2.5%. I don't think that can be right. I'll check on the logs later. Are we going somewhere? Enter up the hill. Stone, just a cause vengeance. Lovely. I know I can't have someone pull the tortoise. That's so good as the tank scene. That's really weird. I'm sure the Ashbringer is breaking me out before, because it's supposed to break me out to 2 seconds. Has something changed? Because like last build it wasn't working at all, and now it seems to be triggering as soon as I'm being stunned. Use that. Oh, it just got out of it. Would be against when it's shielded, wouldn't it? Oh, someone's got a quest for that. Not me. I wonder if that's related to their campaign. Need to get to level cap this weekend, really, and also do some leveling on my demon hunter. No, can't be stunned. Bugger. And then be doing the level cap content, stream that next week. Although I've got a couple of videos to do tomorrow, and I've got a Warcraft movie to watch on Monday. Well, that's in the afternoon. Looking forward to that. Got my ticket, got my nice seat on the end, at the back. Shouldn't be bothered by too many people then. This is actually an interesting point. The guy who's got the quest for these. You would hope the quest is set up so that you can complete it without necessarily needing the goodwill of a group, because we all know how pugs go. Oh, hello. Divine purpose prop, lovely. Oh, and another one, that's timely. Am I rooted? Yes. Oh, snail. Got a Throne of Thunder flashback then. No one appears to be attacking it, even though it's attacking us. There we go, he's worked it out. Ah, now we've got something else. Come on, taunt it. Let's taunt. Oh, he's got it, he's got it. Can we interrupt that? No. I don't like the sound of abrasive slime. As I say, remember Throne of Thunder, when what slime did was one-shot you. don't know. I'm going to check the logs later. We've got more trash to kill. Because she ain't coming down. Come on. Come on. Why is he still staring at it? Come on. Let's come and kill stuff. Oh my god. Pull trash. This is one of those moments, but oh my god, is he serious? How do you do anything in a dungeon? Just kill everything that moves. Right. Oh, I can interrupt that one. Sometimes you can't interrupt the polymorph fish. I don't know why. I don't like getting turned into a fish. Oh, wasted that. Wasted it. Thing is, I'm interrupting it when it's casting it on other people, and then it'll cast it on me and no one will interrupt it. Three targets. Use Divine Storm. Wake of Ashes. But yeah, I don't know whether my damage is comparatively alright, or whether I'm just higher level and therefore got better quality artifact, or whether they're just not doing as much damage as they perhaps should. Hard to say. Although when it comes down to comparative numbers with damage, we have to trust the theory crafters, I think. With stop rooting. Interrupt that. Although that boomkin is obviously competing with me. We still need some of those for that guy's quest. Why aren't you just pulling stuff? Why dancing around trash when someone needs it for a quest? This is points like, is he still looking at the boss when it's quite clear the boss has not been dealt with? Like, pull shit. What's he doing? Oh, okay. Alright then. My fault then. Bloody fucking idiot. My pleasure. I think I'm going to use Shield of Vengeance here because why is that graphic still in the way? Oh no. Come on. Oh, maybe this is the bit I should have saved my Shield of Vengeance for. Come on, get them all in. Oh god. That fucking demon hunters, I tell you. Why don't you get there? Actually, I mean, I'm being unfair, I suspect. Because he won't have timers on it. But yeah, I mean, this is, to be fair, a screw melee fight. Oh, okay. Well, that was just luck more than judgment, if you pardon the pun, because I had no idea where he was going to go. That's the problem with a highly mobile tank and a not at all mobile me. That wasn't too bad, actually, to say I had to be out of melee range quite a bit. That's not bad. I can accept that. Oh, I think that might be an upgrade. Right, okay. I don't have any artifact power so far off bosses though, but maybe my luck will change there. I did get something off that trash pack. Right, now we've got more trash to clear. Let's hope he just does it quickly. Or just stands there wondering what to do when there's a boss right in front of him. Is he checking his map? There's a boss right in front. It's like that big fucker there. Come on. Don't attack me. I mean, the rotation's fairly alright. People keep asking how it is to play. I mean, for this sort of thing, it's fine. It's just there's some quite common, especially raid scenarios, where it's a much more awkward. Target swapping is where it's really awkward. As we're going to have on this boss, except the greater problem there is not so much keeping judgment on your target when you're swapping it, it's getting to it quickly enough. Don't do armor shell, whatever that happens to be. Don't pull the boss. Oh, these winds. Come on. Wait a second for that. If you're waiting too long for judgment to come up, you'd of course just use your spender and rebuild holy power. Whoops. Okay. Higher haste values, it might be a bit more awkward in some ways, because your builders will constantly be on be available potentially.
It's too far.
Get up.
I need to get closer. I don't have a trap.
Still getting used to some things. Keep sometimes using Divine Purpose on Templar's Verdict instead of Justicar's Vengeance. Still used to live. Once I can stop switching between live and this, should get a lot easier. Oh, has he pulled the boss? Oh shit. There's a bird on me now. Is he going to notice? I don't think he's going to notice. Oh, he's okay. Maybe he does. Whoops. Alright. This is where though. Oh god. No, and I wasted my interrupt there because right, okay. Actually, it's going a little bit better than last time because last time no one was really attacking these ads. Now they are. This is alright. This is okay. Come on, move over there. Any more ads? I'm going to have to start using Justicar's Vengeance. That'll knacker my DPS, but need a bit of healing. Go on, interrupt. There we go. Someone else get the next one, I hope. No one else is interrupting. I can't. I can only interrupt. Bubbling. Hopefully I'll get a heal. Because... yes, I did. That's okay. Right, actually this is going a lot better than it sometimes does because people are actually doing their jobs. At least in terms of attacking ads. They don't necessarily know they need to interrupt that thing. To be fair to them, I've got DBM screaming at me. I could actually use Avenging Wrath here. Bloody hell, did I actually come top on damage on something? Unheard of. Right, nothing off the boss though, never mind, never mind. Right, we need to go to that giant fella. Where is he? He's over there. What's he on about? Come on, get pulling. Pull, 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 pull. Oh. Where is he? No happy medium, is there? You get some tanks who go herring off ahead, pulling loads of shit, and then moan at the heal. Oh, why didn't you heal me? And then you get some who dither about at the back.
I need a target.
Yeah, I'm going to waste that proc. Oh, no stones. Bad. What? Help out with groceries? The fuck?
I need to target something first. It's too far away.
Would you like to tank stuff?
It's too far away.
Don't. Oh my god. Why does he keep dying?
It's too far away. I need a target.
Right, just to cast vengeance really quickly. Another one. Jobs are good and we might get away with this. Except there's that fucking snail, but at the end of the day it's a snail. I'm sure we can outrun it for a bit. Gonna have to check the death logs of that tank later, because there's something not right. Demon Hunter, unless they've changed something in this build, they weren't squishy before. He's dying again. Where is he? Why didn't you just wait to be rest? Is he alright? Where is he? He's just raised back up again. He must have run into some trash. Oh well. Have to wait around. Anyone know any jokes? Always sad killing murlocs. Never like killing murlocs. They need to put more hostile gnomes in dungeons. I'll kill them. Yes. Oh, dear me. How's he getting on? Alright, he seems to be here now. I've got half a mind to use a Greater Blessing of Wisdom actually, just to check what it's ticking at. But only half of mine. The more sensible half of my mind thinks, no.
I don't have a target.
There might be some dungeons where we'll actually be okay. Retribution. And I'm not going by like the relative position there because that's meaningless. But just it feels okay in this dungeon. There are some dungeons where it most definitely does not. Like parts of Morve Souls, for example. And also another one that I keep forgetting the name of. The one that looks a bit like thingy Rookhold, but isn't. Come on, Judgment. Where are we off to? It's over there, I think, isn't it? Oh, hello. Someone spotted a... Oh, yeah. Box of trinkets. Oh, dear. I'm pretty sure we could take the gull and the murlocs.
I'm out of range.
That'll get more interesting once I've got Divine Tempest, the one that makes sure Divine Storm shoot 20 yards out. I won't be able to run around like an idiot then. I'll have to actually be careful where I'm pointing. Hey! Oh, I'm getting loads of artifact patos now. Stun, Judge, Justicar's Vengeance. Good. Let's see what we get. Yes. Lucky Doodad. Equip a champion with Lucky Doodad, which grants increased chance of success. I don't think any of my champions can have equipment equipped yet, but that'll be useful for when they can, I suppose. Oops, what am I doing? Again, just have to attack one target. There's nothing really to use on two targets. Doesn't seem to be doing me any harm, mind you. Now I shall have to remember, last time I did the boss we're about to do, I read it a bit later on, and I'm afraid I was not doing the mechanics correctly. So I'll have to remember to do that properly this time so I don't kill people. Stop stunning me. Don't need any screw melee chicanery from you. Just a little habit. Oops. Is he just using a potion then? Oh, have we? We've killed his son. Oh, so we have. Oh, there's no bubbles on me. Oh, there is. Right, so what I have got to do is take damage somehow. So I'm supposed to... Have I lost me? Right, I've lost my bubble, so I should be fine. I don't need to take any more damage unless I use Shield of Vengeance. I wish those range would do it a bit further away because I'm Quake. Have I got a bubble? I haven't got a bubble this time, have I? So these times I do dodge. Now it says dodge there on the old DBM. I wonder if it says that if I have the bubble. I'll have to check that if we get another one. We will get another one. to get bubbles though. Oh. Ah, no. Oh, I think I was too late there. No, no bubble again. Oh well. I don't think I'll be able to try it out. We're not going to get any more, are we? Oh well. No more artifact power again. It's really weird. I've had artifact power off trash. Really nice artifact power. But not off the actual bosses. Now I can get ashes to ashes, that means. This is excellent. So after this dungeon I need to go back to the order hall at some point. I don't suppose I have to go straight back to it. Interrupt that. Can't interrupt these, I don't think. Don't fish me. Ah, there's my Ashbringer. So it is working.
I need a target.
Oh, bugger. Rooted me. Interrupt that.
I need to target something first.
Interrupt that as well.
I don't have a target.
One around the other side there. Now when I do get that Wake of Ashes, that will fundamentally change my rotation. It's partly the reason I want to get it first. And partly just because I think it's the most powerful one. I think the sooner you get it, the sooner you start practicing your rotation proper. Right, everything's off cooldown, we should be good.
I'm out of range.
Get in range then. Right. Got heroism. Let's get fire in. Only generally expecting to get 2 spenders out per judgment, unless you get divine purpose procs, which I don't seem to be getting. Right, let's use Shield of Vengeance. Oops, let's get out of that. Okay. No, not going to take that beamkin, am I? Not enough time. Never mind. Right. Right, okay. Oh, rare quest. Don't forget that. And that will get me a nice 800 item level belt. Okay, so hopefully you found that useful. If you did, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. If you've got questions, put them in the comments below or email me. You can find details of my email in the comments below. You can also find my Twitter account where you can follow me, where I update people about when I'm going to be streaming. Also, you can check out my Twitch account itself. The AFK image there tells you when the upcoming streams are going to be. Feel free to share this with anyone who you think might be interested as well. And until next time, I'll see you later.